Hello, welcome to the Elco Lighting training video for recessed lighting parts. Today, we'll take a basic look at the different components that are used to create a broad range of light that we use throughout our daily lives, but rarely have to think about. Recessed lighting is everywhere, and although it's all over our heads, it's easy to understand if you know the parts involved. So why do we use recessed lighting? Well, for one, it saves floor space and it uses unused ceiling space. You don't have to have a base of a lamp or set it on a table. It always stays new and clean. It's not going to get dusty and you have very little reason to ever touch it. It's never in the way. It doesn't take up any floor space at all and nobody's going to ever bump into it. Even if you move furniture around, you're still not going to bump into it. It has safe and hidden power supplies. It's up in the ceiling. You're not going to trip over a cord. You don't have to run wires up the wall or across the wall. It focuses light without glare. Because it's up out of your line of vision, you won't get the glare that you will with a bright table lamp or a floor lamp. It can provide dramatic details or a broad general light. It's very adaptable to what you need. It's relatively inexpensive, because you're not paying for expensive shades or crystals or design. And it has a broad design appeal. It's going to fit in just about any decor and any style of home. Let's take a quick look at how recessed lighting is commonly installed. The first step is to install a housing that will be used to secure the fixture in place safely and according to an array of building codes and requirements. This step can be done immediately after the framing is done on a new home, before any walls or wiring. After the construction crews finish installing the wiring, ceiling, and walls, the electrician prepares the wiring from the circuit box to the junction and adds any connectors needed for the fixture. As one of the very last steps in the home building process, after the painting is finished, but before the final appliances and carpeting are installed, the electrician returns to install the light fixture itself. Today, this is one of the easiest steps in recessed LED lighting projects. The final install is usually just a few last seconds of work. There are 3 different installation methods or concerns we should know about as well. First, there are remodel situations. Often, the ceiling's already built, and the project is meant to add more or new light to the space. In these situations, a hole is cut into the existing ceiling and requires a fixture that can be fit and be installed through that small hole. Next, there are retrofit projects. Sometimes people simply want to replace the older recessed lighting that's already there. Perhaps the homeowner wants a different style or a better quality of light. In these cases, the products purchased need to fit the existing wiring or install using the existing socket, and the products must fit snug, safe, and attractively into the existing space. There are also situations with shallow plenum space. The plenum space for lighting is the hidden space available above the ceiling or above the ceiling tiles. Here you can see 3 examples. The plenum space is used for ductwork, wiring, heating and air conditioning, fans, support wires, plumbing, sprinkler system feeds, and more. Sometimes the space is plentiful, spacious. In residential homes like the image here on the right, it's about 8 to 10 inches high. But in office buildings like the image on the left, sometimes a large duct will reduce the available space to just a few inches. Often, there will be very limited plenum space due to hidden ducts or pipes or other unique construction situations. In these cases, customers sometimes require recessed fixtures that are shallower than a few inches deep. While most products are made to take advantage of plenum spaces of 8 inches or more, Elco offers several products and product lines with shallow options meant to fit in more limited spaces. The installation of recessed lighting in any project is guided by an array of important building codes. These requirements cover fire and safety codes that mandate specific features, ratings, or accessories. Insulation contact, or IC rating, is a specification that states whether or not the fixture can be installed directly touching the insulation in the ceiling space. In the past, incandescent fixtures generated a lot of heat, and this heat became a fire concern for confined spaces such as ceilings. It was important to keep airspace between the fixture and the insulation to prevent fires. You'll see the letters IC appearing in many of the product numbers for items that are IC rated to be in contact with insulation. LED fixtures will commonly be rated IC today because they don't have the same heat concerns as the older incandescent products. IC rating is also not a concern for spaces without insulation, which is true of many middle floors of homes and buildings. For these middle floor installations, projects can often opt for a less expensive non-IC item. Airtight for recessed fixtures means the product won't allow air in the room to escape up through the lighting fixtures. This feature is most important for efficiency of the heating and cooling systems. In buildings where efficiency is desired or required, a product featuring airtight construction can be of a significant concern. Fire-rated housings are surrounded by a fireproof case that prevents a fire from jumping up to the next floor through the light fixtures. A 2-hour fire-rated barrier will allow the fire responders time to put out a blaze in an apartment, for example, before it has time to start spreading through the building. Building codes often require fire-rated housings in hotels and apartment buildings. Because LED fixtures use so little power, it's easy and inexpensive to add a battery backup feature to fixtures in the ceiling. This rechargeable pack powers the light fixture through power failures or brownouts without interruption. Fire codes will often require battery backup features on enough light fixtures to maintain illumination through escape routes and around exits. There are several ratings and specifications that can be listed for an item when its construction meets certain standards. UL and ETL are labs that define safe items that won't cause fires, won't fall down, won't poison the dog, or be a choking hazard for children. Energy Star is a government standard that denotes items that have some of the best possible energy efficiency on the market. Many government projects and projects seeking special energy efficient status will require the use of Energy Star lighting. Title 24 and JA8 are two California-based standards that helped propel LED development by creating a market for LED products through the building of new residential homes. The requirements were adjusted every few years to mandate the spending of dollars on LED products that would save the homeowner more each month on their electricity bill than they'd be paying for in the increased monthly mortgage payment. Finally, most items are noted as either wet or damp location rated. In the simplest terms, wet location rated lighting can be sprayed with the pressure of a water hose safely. Items with a damp location rating can have water hit their surface or be in the air, but can't be rained upon. In the world of LED recessed lighting, this is often not much of a concern except in rooms such as showers, pools, or steam rooms. Otherwise, even outdoors, the ceiling rarely gets wet, and the LED items and wiring are sealed in housings and trims too.
Let's take a break here with a quick quiz about what you've learned. When you're ready to continue on, we'll talk about housings, LED modules, and trims.